Everybody get up.
Halloween is a holiday that children and adults of all ages celebrate and enjoy. It is a day filled with free candy, crazy decorations, and most importantly, costumes. The tradition of wearing costumes dates back to the 19th century when many Irish immigrants settled into America and brought the Halloween tradition with them. Many festivities occur during Halloween, including this contest, where one can only assume which costume earned first place. That's right, none other than Miley Cyrus. Second runner-up Chelsea Smith explains why.
I think they won because their costume was a little bit more revealing than mine was, and also Miley Cyrus is the most pop culture icon right now than obviously a fairy would be. And also most of the people who voted were predominantly male, so my costume didn't have as much pull as hers did.
Professor Patrick McNicholas analyzes why female costumes continue to be sexualized.
When you talk about gender, it's a little different because it's much more, it seems, especially when we talk about costumes aimed at women, it's much more sexualized, right? To the Chinese takeout girl with the unnecessary text on the costume, where it says "enjoy" on her breasts. That's just unnecessary, and that seems to be the way costumes are portrayed for women. That they're really just supposed to be sexualized, which is also a message that's been portrayed, from when we're younger, all the way up through adulthood.
However, females are not the only misrepresented group. Some people believe that costumes like Party City's Tequila Pop Dude, which depicts a Mexican man, along with many other cultures, are beginning to appear increasingly stereotypical. WPU student Daniel Santiago blames the media for cultural stereotypes, especially those concerning Native Americans.
What is problematic would be the costumes that people usually wear to represent Native Americans are actually Hollywood stereotypes that are not accurate and that don't reflect the culture. And they make one image to represent a whole variety of different tribes and different Native American groups.
Many of the costumes, that they show, one in particular would be the Tequila Pop gentleman, is strictly just based on the stereotype of Mexican culture, specifically. And that's really just a message that's been accrued throughout time. It starts when you're young, you watch the Speedy Gonzales cartoons, and then, as you get older, you see that type of stereotypical attitude portrayed through jokes by George Lopez and Carlos Mencia. And now for Halloween, it's just really an extension of that line of thinking.
The STARS organization in Ohio University has created the campaign, "We're a Culture, Not a Costume." The campaign was made to deter people from wearing costumes that could offensively depict others' cultures. So the question still remains, should people still be allowed to wear either of these costumes?
I'm not sure if we should keep the types of costumes. I mean, on the surface, you might just say, oh, well, it's harmless. I'm not really doing any damage. And perhaps when it comes to Tequila Pop gentlemen, you're right. It might not be too harmful because, just because it's more of a caricature. But I think there's a real danger when you look at the sexualization of the costumes that women wear, because then it turns them into a sexualized object, which could lead to the idea of violence against women.
In the end, it is up to one's own discretion to choose which costume to wear.